Hello and welcome back to another development log for my isometric game. Today is the 18th of January, so literally made my first one yesterday. Already made a lot of changes, namely to the waves around the island and the island generation itself. I've also set up an entity system for static and dynamic entities. Static entities being fixed to only one place and dynamic entities being able to move around. I've also set up a tile highlight selector and a very basic Navmesh. So let's just open it straight up. If you haven't already noticed, we can now zoom the camera in and out. It's a little janky right now, but it's functional for what I need to do for testing. So here we have a little island. The waves are not a bunch of PS2 pillars anymore, which is quite nice. I quite like the effect that I've got going on here. You may have also noticed I've redrawn some of the graphics so that it actually looks relatively nice. Admittedly, these trees can do a bit of work. So before I was able to just move the camera around with WASD. Now you can just hold the middle mouse button down and move around the window. This little highlighter thing shows you what tile that you have under your mouse. This will be used for placing down buildings. I think instead of just like a town builder, I'm going to do kind of like a colony sim of sorts. So it's kind of like a mix between both of them. Don't have any dynamic entities in yet because I've bound them to right clicking. We'll show that in a minute. If I hit F3, I open up the Navmesh viewer. So to explain what's going on here, red is blocked tiles. So entities that block an area and that other entities cannot pass through can trigger this. There will be some tiles that will be unwalkable, so like farming tiles, much later on. Those won't use this blocking thing. They have their own separate navigation type. You're probably wondering what the green and blue is. The green is the walkable area for entities. So when we get our little guys actually on here, and they'll be moving around, this will be the space that they can walk. And I'm planning on having ocean-based entities as well, so I had to give them their own Navmesh. Here, this is what the blue one is. So the ocean entities will only be able to walk around or navigate around the blue. Land entities will only be able to navigate around the green. Neither of them can cross red. For the island generation, I took a step back and reworked it. So now what I do is I essentially generate a circle. And then I generate a second circle for a beach. And then what I do is I chip away at that circle with noise so that it's not like a perfect circular island. So then you get this nice, yeah, you've got enough space to build things, and like the water, it never creeps up to the very edge, which I think is nice. And if I right click, this little cube right now is a dynamic entity, so I can add a couple of these. I'm trying to get these little guys to move around before I set up pathfinding. So if I right click, they will try and like move to a point, but it's not working properly right now. Yeah, it's just broken with those guys. We can see where I put them in here. still really early steps with that. I only started that a couple of hours ago. And yeah, I think it's pretty good progress so far. And I think that's all I have to show for this devlog. And we'll see what kind of progress I have tomorrow. One last thing. I'm probably not going to do a devlog every single day. I just done these two because one was the starting point and the other one is a pretty huge step in terms of progress. I only started this project day before yesterday, so the 16th. And yeah, I think it's coming along pretty nicely right now. If you want to keep up to date with this game, feel free to subscribe. Liking the video would help me out a lot. It'll let me know that people are at least interested. And yeah, hope you guys have a great day.